Hello, everyone. This is Daniel, and I'm just going to be vague enough, but not too vague about this topic. I'm wondering, okay, how does a bird really function with all the body features and all that? Because I know that every feature of the body is different compared to every other animal. Like a dog has a different heart, a bird has a different heart, and all that. Every animal has different eyes, and every animal has different tissue and all that all over the body. So let me go to this feature aspect. So I have been not been speculating, but noticing that one of my dreams was realistic, and a certain creature or whatever you call it, maybe a bird type, maybe some sort of dinosaur. I hope this is working. Maybe some sort of dinosaur. Anyway, that's been not under debate, but under a topic. Well, this topic really should be: do you really want to be this type of animal? Because what I felt was when you go out of breath as a human, you felt this strain of it's very distinctive. But when you go out of breath as a bird or some type of a bird, it's like carbon fiber, like we were like wood, like it's like you know very much stressed and spiky and fiery, all of that. But carbon fiber doesn't have that. It's just stretchy, very constrained, and it feels like there's a pressure on your body, like a huge amount of pressure, like maybe a seatbelt's too uncomfortable, maybe a ride's too uncomfortable, something like that. That kind of pressure, but it's on your heart instead of your body. Like we get that kind of pressure. It's like our hearts are on fire, or our hearts are, you know, not pressurized, but it's like our hearts are burning and our hearts are, well, birds are more simple because it feels like there's like this metal bar pressure on their hearts, and that metal bar is pushing the veins apart upon the hearts all over their stretching part of their body. It's like they can barely like live with that. Anyway, it's interesting. But for humans, it's like a fire in the heart that is pressurizing our heart. But for birds, it's like a metal bar, a metal cap that's literally stretching the heart and just stretching the veins even more. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but you have to figure. You'll probably few people will figure it out for themselves that it's very different than a human. Now imagine these interiors. You would rather have a leather interior, but leather. What would that be? Like leather. Certain leathers would be like a cow or a horse. Well, of course, it's very tight, so I think it's safe to say that horse is more like a rough leather and a cow is like a soft leather. Somewhat soft, like it's softer than horse. And deer is like a very soft leather. They can run for a long time. Cats are also like fabric, and dogs are like fabric that is rough. Cats are like fabric that is strong, like very soft and good to the feel. Something like that. But we're like wood, and certain creatures like cheetahs and other creatures are like things that are like carbon fiber, but like really hard to like really hard stuff, like carbon fiber. We got the hard stuff, and certain birds got the hard stuff. Birds really notice it when they're out of breath. That's why they migrate, because they notice when they need to take a break, and they migrate slower. Butterflies, I believe, are the same way. Yet they have more of us, more than us than anything else. And there's horses that run along, and they breathe out of their noses, and they only breathe out of their noses, not breathe out of their mouths. So it's gotta be like fabric, like it's more comfortable to breathe through their noses than anything else. But they breathe through noses, so they nose it through their noses instead. So they nose it through the pipes instead of the heart. That sort of thing. Horse the same way, and cows the same way. Deer also the same way, so that's good. And sorry. Birds, yeah, like carbon fiber, like that. Now, what about their legs and all that? All the muscles come to the heart. So, my recollection is like carbon fiber, like literal carbon fiber. So it's gonna be stretched and pressurized like something grabbing onto their legs, like a metal. So before you become an animal in the future, this is for the future. This video is for the future. I want to let you know that this is gonna be very different. And the first reaction is gonna be, wow, why is this very different? Some of you are going to be scared that it's going to be too different. And just breathing out of your nose and only feeling it through your throat, not feeling it through the heart, that's going to be very different because it's like a throat burn instead of the heart burning up like a hard, let's say, hard feeling on the heart. It's going to be hard feeling on the throat, and you're going to think, am I really suffocating myself? That's for the horse lovers anyway. And then the dogs, yeah. It's gonna be a soft feeling. But instead, the dogs and cats, they're gonna notice it more. How do I say that? Well, they're born to know it, but once it's become a dog or a cat, it's gonna be panting. Yes. You're gonna be out of breath when you pant. You're gonna be out of breath when you run. It's gonna be like literally panting, and you're gonna feel like your body is floating inside out of your mouth. So humans have the best, and so do monarch butterflies. And sadly enough, creatures don't really have it very well. It's just a scary feeling for a human to be. It's like, why did he create us be us? Because Jesus loves us. Jesus cares for us. He does not want transhumanism. He does not want transanimalism. He wants people to become humans. Because a noticeably different this noticeably different vision and noticeably brighter vision at day, and also different colors of our vision instead of really noticing what the colors really mean. It's just, instead of seeing all these colors, you're seeing yellow and blue in different shades of it. And night, like the stars are like yellow, and the night sky is blue, except it's very much blue, and it's not that dark blue. It's and also the trees are blue and the leaves are yellow. Do you really want to see that? It's gonna be like fall leaves. It's gonna be different, but you really want to see that. It's more up to your beliefs, but I don't know. It's like, so it's more, how do I describe it? But, a different feeling. Overall different feeling because your mind is different. Everything is different. Basically, if you're a dog, it's just no. I don't know. It's like if anyone wants to know about this, it's better to see this video and find out for yourself for this video because everything's going to be absolutely different. Not to be curious, it might just be scary. For dogs, it's just bizarre. Ask an autistic person how they feel about life first, because that's how an animal feels. Ask each individual about how they feel about life, and that's how different it really is. I mean, animals are different. I mean, how do I describe it? Like if a dog walked into a class, it would feel different, and you would feel more freedom in the wild than in the house. In the house, it would be weird stuff, weird everything. Like, how to say? I don't know, like that mug. Sorry, that mug right there, that glass one. That would be looking bizarre for a dog, but they wouldn't be afraid of it. They would just look bizarre. And a bellow or huge one would be looking very bizarre. They would have to sniff it first to actually understand what it is. Some of the dogs probably wouldn't want to smell it too often because it's too bizarre. And besides, they probably wouldn't be interested in the bellow anyway, but they'll probably keep looking away from it. And they'd love to meet each other in the wild because the other one feels freedom, and another one feels differently about a home situation. Dogs, they just love nature. They don't love city life, they just love nature. Cats, what do they love? Oh, cats just love nature too. I think every creature likes nature. The cats just love the fields of the nature, and dogs like the forest of nature. It's just different. And birds, if you want to become a dinosaur, that's going to be even more bizarre than just cat or dog. It's going to be you're right there on top of the mountain. It's going to be way more different than a cat or dog. I don't recommend you try it because it's going to be way different than human life. It's going to be way more different than being in the city of. I mean, I know what a human's life is like. It's like they like their electronics and they like their style of, you know what you like. You like the chrome lines in the interior. You like to have things as an artistic style. Animals don't care about that. They don't like that. It's going to be a very different ride than what you're used to. Also, excuse me, other dinosaurs have different feelings as well. I mean, if you really want a different world, if you really want to become it, you really want to become in a different world than you're really used to as well. Because if you're not used to the animal, then you're stuck with it and you're in a really bizarre, scary ride. Now imagine it to yourself. Imagine Daniel the Prophet back in BC, maybe 700, 600, who knows? Actually, he was more like 500. So imagine Daniel in BC, 500 to 600. Imagine him prophesying and seeing visions of today and right in your time. Imagine that happening, and he sees all these people traveling through and to and fro in planes and in cars, and seeing all these missiles and seeing all these buildings that are different and plastic, and seeing pictures on the wall that are photographed and not painted or anything like that, or having anything to do with that, and seeing electricity and AC and all that, and computers and everything that is memory like based, and speakers and all that bizarre stuff that seems like witchcraft to him. Imagine him being stuck there in days and being stuck there for days and having all kinds of stuff. Imagine the relief he would feel to have left that time and go back to his BC time and actually be more used to that. I know how it feels to me, but to you, you would be relieved to be human again. That would be a relief because the animals would be too weird for you. And for someone that's autistic, it would be less relief. They would know what it's like. But for humans, it would be way more relief to be human again. So think about it, okay? And I want to wrap things up, okay? I'll be done now, okay? Bye.